The first thing that I would like you to know about meditating with and coloring this mandala is that there is absolutely no right way to do it and there is no wrong way to do it. It just is how you choose. So follow the feeling and do whatever feels good. And there is no perfect time to color this mandala either. You might choose to do it in the middle of the chaos that you're currently experiencing, while the kids screaming in the background, if you're in the train station, or there's a dilemma happening at work or something. Or maybe you choose to set aside some time where it's just you in the house, no interruptions, and just you and the mandala. It's entirely up to you. And you might have time to colour the mandala all at once, or maybe you don't have enough time, or maybe you're just not up for it and you only want to do 5, 10, 15 minutes at a time. Again, everything is entirely up to you. So here are my tips to get the most out of your colouring session. Like I said, there's no right or wrong, no perfect way to do it, but you can make the most of the opportunity. So the first thing that I advise you to do is to make sure that your space, the environment in which you are in, is in the best possible way that it can be for you, given the circumstances that you're in. So do you want a blanket? Do you need cushions? How can you make yourself as comfortable as possible? Would you like soft ambient lighting? Maybe you want some candles or some incense burning. Whatever you can do to make everything as nice and peaceful and harmonious around you. Maybe you even want to have a quick tidy up before you sit down with the mandala so that your mind is at peace and the energies of the environment are at peace. And then make sure you have everything that you want and need. Have you got a drink? Have you got your pens, your pencils? Maybe you're choosing to use watercolors today. And of course, do you have your mandala? You might even want to have your journal or some paper to write or draw on nearby, just in case something comes up for you during this meditative process. And of course, what's going into your ears is also important. So if you've got a lot of background noise going on, is there a way that you can block that out and then choose to have something more positive coming in? Maybe you choose to listen to some soft ambient music. Maybe you play some solfeggio frequencies, which you can easily find on YouTube. Maybe you prefer the sound of silence. And of course, the best sound is the sound of nature. The other thing that you can also do is to play mantras or repeat affirmations as you're colouring. But again, everything is entirely up to you. So if you're watching this video, there is a high chance that you have received a Reiki-Infused mandala from me. So maybe that's the one that you choose to use. Or maybe today you want to choose something completely different from somebody else. That is absolutely fine. Maybe even one of your own. But again, there is no right or wrong way to pick your mandala. All I encourage you to do is to follow the feeling. Which one feels good to colour today? Which one looks attractive? Which one do you have the urge to pick up? Or maybe you even flip it the other way round and you decide to go to the mandala that you don't like the look of today. Because sometimes that can be an indication that the mandala is triggering something in us that we need to look at and that needs to be healed. So there is no right, there is no wrong, there just is what you choose. And then once you have chosen your mandala, it's time to set your intention. Now, I'm sure you've heard of the saying that wherever you put your attention, wherever you put your focus, that is where your energy goes. And wherever you choose to focus your energy, that is the future possibility that you will create as your experience. So before we start to colour the mandalas, what you do is you set the intention of what it is that you would like to occur in the time that you're going to be with the mandalas. Maybe you wish to transmute an energy. So you're feeling like this, but you want to feel like this. So you set that intention. Maybe there is something that you wish to learn, to see. Maybe there is something that you wish to achieve or create. Whatever it is, it doesn't matter. It just has to be important to you and serve you in that time. And if you're not sure what intention to set, you can always ask. Just ask, what is it that I need the most of today? And of course, if you're using a Reiki-infused mandala, then you might like to set an intention that is related to the energy that the mandala has been charged with. And once you have set the intention for the session, the next thing that you need to do is to set the intention for the healing to occur with the Reiki energy. For example, if you're working with a mandala that is charged with the great freedom, let's say, then maybe you set the intention to be free from anything that is holding you back from following your purpose in life, or anything that is holding you back from having a harmonious relationship with somebody at work. Whatever it is, set the intention, and then call the Reiki in. So you set the intention for the Reiki energy to start flowing to you. And again, it doesn't matter how you choose to do this. You could simply say, okay, I'm ready. Or maybe you say something like, I wish the orb to release the energy to me now. There is no magic words that you actually need to choose. It's whatever comes to you. Just set the intention for the energy to flow, and it will. And it will continue to flow for 24 hours or whatever duration I have attached to that mandala. And I will have told you what that is. And once you have set your intentions, you can begin coloring and start to enjoy the meditative process. Allow the sacred geometry and the colors and the energies from the Reiki energy to start to have their impression on you and to start to help you to heal the mind, heal the body, and create the future of your dreams. And as I said to you before, you can choose to color this mandala all in one go, or you can come back to it time after time. But do remember that if you choose to start coloring the mandala on Monday and you call in the Reiki energy on Monday, but you go back to the mandala to finish coloring it on Tuesday, the Reiki energy will have already completed. So it will flow, and it will continue to flow from the moment you set the intention. And once it's run out, it's run out. You can't go back and ask for another orb. And once you've started to color the mandala and you have brought the Reiki energies in, there's really nothing else for you to do other than to continue enjoying the process and observe what is coming up for you during the coloring process and in the oncoming days. What emotions arise? What memories come up? What thoughts are occurring for you? Where is the energies going for you? These are all indications as to what needs to be looked at and what is being healed as a result of meditating with this mandala. It also gets to show you what could be blocking the manifestations that you are trying to create, the future that you are wanting to have. So really pay attention to what's coming up into your mind. Pay attention to the emotions that are arising as you go through this process. And if you are working with a Reiki-infused mandala, then it's also wise to support the healing process by drinking plenty of water and be compassionate and kind to yourself. Healing is happening, whether you feel it, whether you notice it or not, it is happening. So we support this by being kind and compassionate to ourselves and just allowing space for whatever emotions need to arise during this time. And it doesn't end there. Mandalas give endless healing. Even though you may have finished coloring the mandala, just by having the mandala on show or on the wall or in your environment, that mandala is continuously emitting healing resonance out into its environment, and it will continue to produce this impression into the environment, including yourself and your unconscious. So healing and changing and transformation continuously occurs. So there really is nothing else for you to do other than to just let everything happen and let everything flow. And that is it. At the end of the day, all you need to do is get comfy, print your mandala, start coloring, and enjoy.